Good afternoon, everyone. This is Angela from Beijing Language and Culture University, and we have Aris here. Good
Hello,
afternoon.
everyone.
So here also on the in the classroom there is a QR code. That is the QR code for our WeChat group. So you can just scan this QR code if you have WeChat to join our WeChat chatting group, and we will share some Chinese learning tips in the future in the group. And also, right now our Chinese courses have 20% off. You can also check our website www.eblcu.com/sale for the discounts. And we will start for our topic today very soon. So our topic today is about how will learning Chinese improve your study, life, and work. So yeah, again, if you have any question, you can just type your question in the chatting box, and me and Aris will answer you later. And also, you can scan the QR code to join our WeChat group. So everybody, can you guys hear me clearly? So we can type something
Yes,
if
of
you can
course.
Yes.
hear. Okay, okay. All right, so we are going to start. So yeah, this is the our website www.eblcu.com/sale, and we have those courses on the web page showing and 20% off right now. Also have my contact information here. And my name is Angela, and also we have teacher Aris. This is her contact information. If you have WeChat, you can scan our QR code to add us. And if you've got further questions, you can ask us. Also, you can join the WeChat group. So we will share online Chinese learning tips. All right. Then about our topic today. So we will have 8 parts for today's open class. So number 1 is how to measure Chinese proficiency. And number 2, what Chinese level do I need to reach? And number 3, do I need to take HSK test? And number 4, what is business Chinese? Number 5, why do I need to learn business Chinese? Number 6, what's the difference between business Chinese and HSK? And number 7 would be how can eblcu.com help you with Chinese learning? And the last part is a Q&A part. So if you have any question, you can just leave your message and we will answer it in the last part. So I will go ahead to introduce number 1, 2, 3, and Miss Aris will introduce the business Chinese related topics from 4 to 6. And number 7, I will introduce our courses and introduce how we can help you with your learning Chinese. And last part we will Q&A. So me and Aris will answer your questions. Okay, so yeah, we are going to start right now. So first, I'm going to talk about how to measure Chinese proficiency. So before we started, I want to get a basic knowledge about you. So where are you from? Have you learned any Chinese before or not? So you can type something. Okay, where are you from? Have you learned any Chinese before? Yeah. Oh, someone say yes, someone say no. Uh, Is the section will be recorded? Yes, we will be record. The course will be recorded, and we'll share. Please join our WeChat group. We will share the video recording later after class. Okay, all right. So, how to measure Chinese proficiency? If you join today's course, I believe you can speak English at least. Okay. So to measure your English proficiency, I think you all know maybe IELTS or TOEFL to measure your Chinese proficiency. But for Chinese language, if you want to measure your Chinese level, we have this HSK, which stands for H is Hanyu, which means Chinese, and 水平 is S stand for proficiency or level, and K stand for 考试 test. So HSK, Chinese proficiency test. That's the official Chinese level test in China. So if you want to measure your Chinese proficiency, HSK levels are what we use here. So HSK, which is 汉语水平考试, is the official standardized test for Chinese language proficiency. And this HSK test began in 1984 at Harvard University, Beijing Language and Culture University, and was officially made a national standardized test in 1992. And the 6 levels HSK exams that we currently using have been in use since 2009. So, yep. And next will be about the HSK levels. So before 2009, the Chinese proficiency test was divided into 3 stages and 11 levels. And back to that time, it was very difficult for beginners to take a HSK level. It's much harder than it right now. And after 2009, it was changed to the 6 levels that we are very familiar right now. Until now, we still use the 6 levels HSK. And starting from 2022, we add HSK levels 7 to 9 on top of HSK 1 to 6. So HSK 1 to 6 remains the same, and we add a higher level 7 to 9 to 1 to 6. So here is a brief introduction for the HSK levels. So from HSK 1 to 6, each level they will have one test paper. So for each level, the test paper is different. So they have requirements of how many words you need, how many characters you need, and what type of the question will be. I've listed here. And for HSK 7 to 9 is a little bit different. They will use one same test paper, but depends on your test scores, they will give you different levels. So if you got higher level, you got higher scores, you got higher levels. So that is for the HSK levels. And I have made 2 open classes for HSK and HSKK, which means the HSK oral test, before to like give a detailed information about the HSK test. You can watch it later. We have the recording for it, so I won't explain everything for it, but just to give you a brief introduction, like to understand what this HSK is about. So usually for HSK 1 to 6, you have 2 parts, a written test and an oral test. So usually if you register for the test, written test will take place in the morning, and in the afternoon there will be an oral test. But for HSK1 and HSK2, you don't need to take the oral test. So starting from HSK3, you have oral test. And also for HSK 1 and 2, Chinese character is not required. So all of the questions will be written in also in Pinyin. So if you can read Pinyin, you can take HSK 1 and 2. But starting from HSK 3, all of the test papers will write in Chinese, Chinese characters. They won't give you Pinyin for it. Okay, And next, oh, here is a QR code of me on my WeChat. If you have WeChat, you can scan this QR code to get like my WeChat, and later, if you have questions, you can ask me. So I will continue. The next question will be how to take the HSK test. This is the official website for HSK. So www.chinesetest.cn. So if you want to register for a HSK test, you want to check the test center, you got the dates, you can check this website. We BLCU, we offers classes for you to improve your Chinese to match HSK levels, but we are not a test center, so you need to take HSK test at the official test centers. Okay, so if you want to register for a HSK test, there are 3 steps you need to do. Number 1 is you need to find a local test center. For HSK test, I don't know where are you from, but for HSK test, you need to take the test at a local test center. So, which means if you live in your country, you need to find a local test center around you. Or if you're living here in China, you can take the HSK test at your city. So first thing is to find a local test center. There are over like 500 test centers in 110 countries and regions around the world. So from the chinatest.cn webpage, you can find here, like from the search part, you can find a test center where it is, and the contact information of the test center, you can find it from the website. And then next step will be set up a test date. You can also find the test date from the website too. And usually the HSK test will be held monthly. So each month there will be a HSK test, except the month for Chinese New Year. Usually for January or February, they won't have the test because we have holidays here in China. But rather than that, the other month, each month, there will be a Chinese like HSK test. For details, you still need to check from the official HSK test centers. So, and number 3, the third step you need to do is to choose the test method. So there are 3 main test methods for HSK test. Number 1 is paper-based exam, which means you need to write down your answer on a piece of paper that the test center offers you. Number 2 is computer-based exam, which means you need to go to the test center to take the test, but the test will be taken on a computer. They will offer you a computer, so you finish your test from the computer in the test center. And the third choice will be online exam. But if you're living in China, in mainland China, we do not offer any online exams for right now. If you're living outside of China, you need to check your local test center if they still have like some online exams. If they have, then you can take the exam at home, use your own computer. They have some requirements about it. Yeah. So for the first and second paper-based and computer-based exams, you all need to take the exam from your test center. But no matter it's online or offline test, you all need to sign up for the test from your local test center. Okay, so that's about the information of taking or register for HSK test. So I will come to the second topic. So what Chinese level do I need to reach? Then I will ask you the question, why do you want to learn Chinese? What do you learn Chinese for? So here I give you some examples. First one, if you want to live here in China, like you want to just hold a daily life using Chinese. Actually, if you're, I don't know if you came to China before or not. If you're living in Beijing, in Shanghai, or in Guangzhou, in the large cities within China, actually, English is enough. I know many students, many foreigners that living in Beijing or Shanghai in larger cities. If they don't talk, they work for like a international company or something. Usually, for big companies or larger cities, people can speak English, so you can use English for your daily life. But what's a pity if you live in the community, but you don't speak the language, you don't know local people? That's, yeah, quite ridiculous, isn't it? So if you want to hold a daily conversation in Chinese, for example, if you live here, you go somewhere, you order food, you buy things, you ask like how to go somewhere uh, to a Chinese people, usually requires HSK 3 uh, levels for daily conversation usage. And if you are going to like study here or work here in China, it requires a higher level in Chinese language. Um, so usually depends on the university requirements or your work requirements. HSK 3 to 6 levels are requires. But if you want to apply for a Chinese government or university scholarships, usually it requires for HSK 4 or plus if you need scholarships from like the course you're taking in the universities here in China. And for working usage, I think Iris will introduce more about like using Chinese in a business occasion. But if you want to use Chinese fluently at workplace for business usage, usually you need an HSK 5 or 6. But even you just speak a very little Chinese, speak a little bit of Chinese, also can help you to do business or work here in China. Okay, so that's the second purpose, study or work in China. The last one is if your goal is to be an expert in Chinese language, if your goal is that, then HSK 729 is good for you. That's what is HSK 729 designed for. Because this is quite new, I think starts from last year. So a lot of students ask me that question, should I take HSK 729? Will HSK 1 to 6 changed? So I will answer again. So HSK 1 to 6 remains the same as before. So if you just use Chinese for daily usage, for study, or for just a business, general business usage, HSK 1 to 6 is good for you. But if you want to become an expert in Chinese language, or like if you're a graduate student major in Chinese language related fields, or you are professionals involved in academic research, you want to read some academic papers like articles that written in Chinese, then you need HSK 7 to 9 levels. But for like general usage, HSK 1 to 6 is enough. Okay, so that is the levels that you need for like different purpose. Then let's come to the next topic. Do I need to take a HSK test? So I don't know if you have had any HSK test before, and what is your Chinese level. But if you ask me that question, do I need to take Chinese HSK test? I will ask you, what is your goal for learning Chinese? So maybe you can type your goal for learning Chinese and let me know. Why do you want to learn Chinese? Learning Chinese, talk to Chinese friend, and like Chinese culture. Okay. Business and trade. Uh, ah, so new opportunities in China. Okay. To get scholarships. Okay. To become a translator. Study. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your goals. Then, um, I wrote down 6 different goals for learning Chinese. Maybe you can pick up 1 or 2 from these choices that I've written down here. The first one is learning Chinese purely for interest. Like I'm interested in Chinese and Chinese language. Um, you may choose this. And number 2 is for daily life usage. Number 3 is international students applying for admission, graduation, and scholarship in China. And number 4 is get some course credits that related to Chinese language. And also number 5, applying for new jobs in China or get promotion in job positions that related to China. So for different purpose, the HSK test may use for or may not. Let's take a look. I think for the first 1 and 2, so learning Chinese for interest or for daily life usage, is a yes or no. It's a no because you don't really need a certificate if you just use Chinese for daily life. You can just speak it and you can just know the language is enough. But for self-evaluation, if you're study Chinese, you can also to take the HSK test to evaluate your Chinese learning. So what is my level now? How much I can get improved? So yeah, so for 1 and 2 is a yes or no for HSK test. Number 3, if you are going to apply for scholarship, you are going to study here in Chinese university, I will say it's a yes or it's a must. Also, if you need a scholarship, you need HSK 4 plus usually. That depends on different requirements of like the courses, the college courses, but usually it requires HSK 4 plus. And number 4, if you want to get some course credits that related to Chinese language, I would say it's still a yes or no. Depends on your university requirements. Like some university, like BLCU, if you have a higher HSK level and you are going to study Chinese major in Chinese language, you can skip some beginners classes and take a shorter time to get your like degree, bachelor degree or something like that. But for other university, I don't know, maybe they need some university they need a proof of class hours so they can give you course credits. HSK is like depends on the courses and universities. So number 5, for applying for a new job, I will say a yes. So if you are going to like finding a new job, if you have a HSK test, you get the certificate. Will definitely make your resume looks more attractive. Make yourself look more attractive. Like I have higher levels in HSK. I can speak Chinese and reach this level. I would say it's a yes. But for get promotions in a job, I would say it's a yes or no, because the ability to use Chinese in work is more important than you just have the certificate. Okay, so that is my brief introduction about the HSK test part. And if you need a HSK test, if you want to study Chinese that follow the HSK requirements, we have online Chinese HSK course. So right now we also have a 20% off for a 12 weeks group class. The price is 1,344 RMB, which is 20% off. You can check our website here, www.eblcu.com/HSK, to get this course. So from the website, you can book a 20 minutes free trial class with us, with me or with Iris. And for the 20 minutes, you can get a better understanding of your current level and maybe talk to us and ask your questions about your learning, and we can give you some academic advice for your Chinese learning and how to choose suitable course for you to study. And then second one is to start learning, like learning Chinese. Of course, you can learn Chinese by yourself. There are a lot of material, free materials, videos from YouTube online. You can, of course, study by yourself, but I think it's better to get like a professional Chinese teacher to help you, to guidance you with your learning, Chinese learning. So we have those kind of courses, Chinese courses, HSK Chinese, which is general Chinese. Also, we have business Chinese and Chinese for international trade. And also we have Chinese for kids. If you have small kids, like the kids to study Chinese, we also have that course. And also, if you don't want to use our courses, you want to use your learning material, you want a teacher to prepare your book, we also have tailor-made one-on-one class. Also, we can use your materials too. So let me give you some details about our online courses. So those are the programs that we, www.eblcu.com, that we offered. We basically have Chinese language, Chinese culture, Chinese teacher training, and tailor-made program for institutions and enterprises. So today we mainly introduce about Chinese language courses. So the basic choices are here. General Chinese, which is follow the HSK system. You have two choices. 12 weeks group class, which is 20% off right now. I'm sorry. If you have any question, you can leave a message so I can finish my introduction first. So firstly is General Chinese, which is HSK course. You have two choices. Group class, you have 20% off. Also, you can choose to have one-on-one, which is more flexible. For Business Chinese and Chinese for International Trade, you have three choices. Self-learning course and group class and one-on-one. And the 20% off is offered to the group classes. We have 20% off right now. And then we also have Chinese classes for children and youth, which we also have 20% off right now. And if you feel those Chinese courses are not suitable for you, you want to learn your own materials, you can also choose tailor-made Chinese classes. So here goes some details for you. This is the General Chinese or HSK course. It's a 12 weeks course. We will have one class per week. One class is about 1 hour, 50 minutes to 1 hour per class. And after class, you also need to do homeworks and self-study things. We will give you PDF materials and listenings. You need to finish your work by yourself. Like for 1 hour class, you also need to 2 to 3 hours self-study for each week. And here goes our levels. The blue boxes are our levels versus HSK levels. So for lower levels, it takes shorter time to finish one HSK. For higher levels, it requires longer time for one HSK. But for each 12 weeks section, we need 12 weeks, and the price is here 1,344 RMB right now for a group class, and one-on-one is 2,160 RMB for 12 weeks course. And for business Chinese, we have three choices. Self-study version is 800 RMB. Standard version, which is a group class, is 1,500 RMB. For business Chinese, again, it have video materials online. You study by yourself first, and you need to do homework by yourself. And once a week, you have a lab section to study together with the teacher and also other students to practice. And after class, you need to finish your quiz and homework and study the next week's material for 12 weeks per level. And we have different levels, start from beginners, from zero beginners to advanced level, different levels. For business Chinese. So this course, again, business Chinese course is for general business usage. Or your level is lower, you want to start from a lower level, you can choose this business Chinese course. And Chinese for International Trade is designed for a special, like you work in the international trade industry, then you can choose this course. But this requires a higher HSK level. You need to HSK 3 level above to start this course. And for this one, I think someone asked questions about this one. For this one, this is only one 12 weeks course. It doesn't have different levels. So you need to at least pass HSK3 to study this. But we don't need a HSK3 certificate. You just need to reach that level, then you can start learning. And the price is same as the business Chinese. So for standard version, which is the 12 weeks group class, is 1,500 RMB. Self-study version is 800, and one-on-one is 2,400 RMB. Okay. And for Chinese for children use, if you have kids want to learn Chinese, our one-on-one Chinese for kids have 20% off right now. For 30 classes one-on-one, right now we have 20% off. This is the price for right now. Yep, and this course is designed for students from 6 to 16, and we are going to use more pictures, songs, Chinese songs, poems, games to help students to learn Chinese in a fun way. And this is the website for it, www.eblcu.com/ccy. Can get more details if kids would like to learn Chinese. Last but not least, our tailor-made Chinese one-on-one class. So if you feel the above choices is not suitable for you, you want to use your own material, you want to practice speaking, you want to practice just written Chinese, you want to learn some special materials that you have, you want the teacher to prepare the class according to your learning pace, you can choose this one. This is one-on-one, and you can have different choices from 20 classes package to 100 classes packages. And here goes the price. Okay, so that's all for my introduction, and let's go to our last part, Q&A. So if you have any questions, you can, leave your message. Let me take a look at the question part. So first students ask, does the discount apply to the self-study option? I want to study business Chinese. I think Aris already answered it. We don't, I'm sorry. We don't have the discount, 20% off, only use for the group class, 12 weeks group class, no matter it's general Chinese or business Chinese or Chinese for international trade. It's only for the 12 weeks group class, the discount. Number two question is how much time that we reach HSK 5 level? That's a good question, but I don't know which level do you start from? Take a look at here. So you can see here the blue boxes, which is our general graded Chinese levels from 1 to 14. Each of the blue box is 12 weeks. So you can see how many classes you need for each level. For HSK 5, you need to finish our 8, 9, and 10, which means 3 12 weeks course to finish HSK 5 learning materials. Okay, and then next question. If we convert our credit hours, then we also have a need of a HSK test? Depends. So if you want to get some credits from your university, so you should ask your university what they need. Do I need an HSK level? Do I need a certificate for how many hours classes I took online? Because we do have some students use our online learning hours to change to some credits of their own university, like outside China. So to save some time in learning, at local universities, you can use our online course as credits. But it depends on your university. You should ask your university what they need for getting the credits. And if you need a certificate for our course, if you finish one level and pass the exam, we will offer you the certificate for our course. And also, if you need us to write a letter to your university to prove how many hours you had with us, we can do that too. Yeah. And for scholarship, business class is the best. Usually, if you want to apply for government or university scholarships, you want to apply for university in China, usually they will take your HSK test scores. Business Chinese is more for if you use it at work, business Chinese is better.
Okay, we
Okay,
still
and
have some
then,
questions in the chat box.
yeah.
That is, can I participate both placement test for HSK and business Chinese? Sure, you just book a trial class in our website, and we can do the level test together. And you are also offering general Chinese classes, not HSK, just the general Chinese. The HSK course just follow the module of the HSK, but the content I think is general. But if you don't like it, you can try the tailor-made. And Angela just introduced just now the tailor-made Chinese, also okay. And what bank system should we use to pay for the lessons? That is important. You can sign up and click the buy button in our page, and you can choose credit card. Most of the type of the credit card, Visa, Master, and other banks are acceptable, and bank transfer also okay. And if you have Alipay, WeChat Pay, you can also use Alipay or WeChat Pay. Many ways. And are there any classes in China? You mean the offline classes, right? You can visit or check
Yes.
our website, the BLCU admission website. They offer offline classes. Our apartment only offer online classes. Maybe you can add our WeChat and send the link to you later after the class. And Alex asked what the time for the HSK 2 group class. So maybe Angela can answer the question.
So for our group class, like all of the groups, they are the same. We have different students coming from different places around the world. So you need to register for the course first, and then book a trial class with me for level test so we can understand which level you can start from. And then by that time, you can let me know what time do you usually available for the 1 hour class each week. And we also will check with other students. We may need a negotiation within the group to find out a time that works for everybody in this group. And then we can start the course according to like the group's need. But for our teachers, we have teachers working like 7 days a week. Different teachers have different shifts. So from 8 a.m. Beijing time until 9 p.m. Beijing time, 7 days a week, we will have different teachers. So usually time is not a problem for us, but you may need some like discussion within the group with other students to find a suitable time, yeah, for the group class.
Okay, thank you for answering.
And also a question about either other classes for HSKK. So yes, we do, but for HSKK, which means the HSK oral test preparation course, we have, but we only have one-on-one. You can choose that from our website, www.eblcu.com/HSK. They have a choice of that. Or you can also book a trial class with me, like we can talk about the details about that. But yeah, for right now, we don't have group class for HSKK, the oral test preparation course, only one-on-one. Another question. The 1,344 RMB for all classes from 1 to 5. No, it is for one 12 weeks course, one course, a 12 weeks learning. That's the price for. Okay, any other questions that you want to ask about the course or about, yeah, any questions about learning Chinese that we can answer?
Okay, so I noted that someone already registered in our website and just contact us in WeChat or email or book a trial class if you registered just now in the website. So we can talk more details maybe next week.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you don't have any
So
other questions, maybe I think we can say goodbye.
okay, so once again, to check our website, www.eblcu.com/sale for the detailed discounts and prices. It's all on our website. And if you need an one-to-one like talk with me or Iris, you just click the free trial button by the side of the web page and choose a time with us for a one-on-one free trial class. 20 minutes, you can ask your questions and we can give you some professional advice about like learning Chinese. Yep. So yeah, here goes.
Book a
Then
trial class from the
this is the
website
website and you
before
can
the
choose.
end of the December.
Yep, yep. And so you can also scan the QR code here to join our WeChat group. And Aris will share some like learning tips about Chinese, business Chinese in the group every day. And don't forget our 20% off will end until 29th of December, so in 2 weeks. So if you want to register, you just open the website right now and to get the details. And if you get further questions, you can contact us from WeChat or from email, both okay. So yeah, thanks for coming again, and nice to meet you all. Have a nice day or have a nice evening. Bye guys，谢谢大家。
拜，再见。
拜
拜拜拜拜，
拜，
拜
谢谢
哎，谢
你们，
谢，
辛苦了，
谢谢，
辛苦了，
好，辛苦了，
再见，
好，再见
再见。
，Good，
再见。
再见。